Hello, everybody. This is Keith from CryptoCoinMindSet. I hope this video finds you well, and thank you for joining me for my first live broadcast on YouTube. I'm only on YouTube today. I think going forward, I'm going to go on to Twitter and to Facebook as well as YouTube. But for now, first YouTube live. I'm here. I made it. Bear with me. Got to learn all these controls and everything. I really believe that our personal liberties and freedoms are under attack right now from the government. And they're using the SEC as the lapdog, basically, to make a lot of that happen. Obviously, you've heard the news, Coinbase getting sued by the SEC. Now, the question is why? Why is the timing now? They served them with a Wells notice, I don't even know, a couple of months ago maybe? About a month ago, I guess. And then here we are, Binance on Monday, Coinbase on Tuesday. I'm not sure what Gary Gensler is looking to accomplish by doing all this. And hello, everybody. This is Keith from CryptoCoinMindSet. I hope this video finds you well today, or this live stream finds you well today. That's how I start all my videos, so it's just like natural. Today, I want to talk about getting your money off of exchanges. As a matter of fact, this is my second live stream, which is why I'm still a little crazy with the technical difficulties. But this is the first time that I'm going live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I do want to highlight a recent poll I saw on Twitter. So let's see if I can't find that, and we'll throw it up here on the screen. Where do you store your Bitcoin? Now, this guy, I believe, is kind of more like a Bitcoin maxi. So he's all about Bitcoin more than cryptocurrency in general. And hey, nothing wrong with that. This poll I thought was quite interesting. So as you can see here, he had over 2,700 responses to this poll. 75%, just over 75%, say they self-custody their money, their crypto. Now, I think this poll might be just a little bit skewed because the people that are on crypto Twitter on a constant basis are probably people who have been around the cryptocurrency space for a bit of time, and they are more comfortable with self-custodying their own crypto assets. But even if this is people who have been in the cryptocurrency space, you've got 25% of people still utilizing cryptocurrency exchanges as a place to store their crypto. Oh my God, that's insane. Why would you do that? Especially if you've been around the crypto.
This goes to an idea of there are second, third, fourth, fifth order consequences to things. And when you have a lot of things happening at once, especially on a geopolitical stage, this all plays into why in this unique moment we are standing so close to the precipice and why people aren't hearing you that we're standing this close. So I want to re-anchor everybody around this. Interview is born out of you spent $1 million to get people to understand why we're printing so much money. That's so crazy. Sure. Like, there's no way that people understand that. You're the only person I can conceive of that would ever do this. I mean, it struck me as so bizarre when you first brought everybody's attention to this, that you were going to pay the $1 million to get attention.
2008, it was a banking crisis in a mortgage crisis. In 2023, it's a central banking crisis and a currency crisis.
Okay, sorry. Still trying to learn these controls a little bit here. But here's the thing. Central banking crisis and a currency crisis. Again, we've printed money, or the US has printed money ad infinitum now, when it started back 2014, 2013 with quantitative easing. All right. How you doing, everybody? This is Keith from CryptoCoinMindSet. I hope this live stream finds you well today. Appreciate you joining me. Make sure you go and subscribe if you're new here. Hit that like button. Let's get this live stream spread around. I really appreciate the help with that. The fake news media and the lies in particular that the fake news media is putting forward about Bitcoin to try and influence the narrative. And, everybody has an agenda when it comes to the information that they put out. Fake news is coming together and trying to brainwash people against Bitcoin. And I mean, come on now. It's not a stretch. They want to be able, there's a couple of different things going on. They want people as a whole to not be worried about Bitcoin. And as a matter of, sorry about that, I'm trying to fix my lighting on the fly here. Hello, everybody. This is Keith from CryptoCoinMindSet. I am so happy to be here today, and it's just an exciting day for the crypto space because huge news in the crypto space today. We're going to talk about it. You've probably already heard, because it's been hours at this point, that the word has come out that, guess what? Ripple is not, or XRP, let's get it right, is not a security. So where does the SEC fall now? Well, basically the next step in what's going on now is the ETFs. So ETFs, Bitcoin spot ETFs, exchange traded funds. A bunch of companies, matter of fact, I'll put a link in the description below after this live stream, where you can go and watch a previous live stream I did that where I talked about all of the ETFs, as I put it, just falling out of the sky. All right, but right now we're going to give you an outline of what I'm looking to do here today. Honestly, I'm looking to jump in and talk about WorldCoin. If you haven't heard about the launch of WorldCoin or WorldCoin itself, we're going to talk about that today. As a matter of fact, I did a video, or part of a video, about it back in May. So we're going to take a listen to some of that because I think it's kind of funny. We'll see where it is in comparison to what I said a few months ago. I had invited a friend of mine, CryptoJar is his web address, and it looks like he's just joining here. So hold on, let me add him to the stream. Let's see if I can. Here he is.
How you doing?
All right, excellent. All right. Well, I was actually went through my whole litany here about WorldCoin, so I don't know if you ended up catching any of that or if you missed it, but I was honestly just about to go and wrap things up. But now that you're here, maybe we can kick that conversation down the road a little bit. Today is going to be a great live stream. I am fortunate to have a co-host today. In fact, let me get this off the screen and let's get him up here. He actually joined us last week in the live stream. So Lidio from CryptoJar is here. So great. Excited to have him. Let me give you a quick breakdown about what the live stream is going to look like today. So if you haven't already heard, PayPal has launched a stablecoin. I think there's a lot of good and a lot of crap that's going to come from this launch. But for those who might be new to the space and aren't even sure what a stablecoin is, right now I come on live every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And that leads me into my next piece of information. So what's the next thing coming on CryptoCoinMindSet Live? Well, starting this Friday and every Friday going on, 7 p.m. to bring in the weekend, we're going to be doing Crypto on the Rocks. So basically what's going to be Crypto on the Rocks? It's going to be me and you live talking crypto. Now, crypto on the rocks, because I'm going to suggest that you have your favorite beverage with you. Now, personally, mine will be some form of alcoholic beverage, and you're welcome to do that as well. The SEC put out here we go. The SEC put out a press release basically saying that they charged, as they say here, LA-based media and entertainment company Impact Theory for offering unregistered NFTs. So why did you come here today? And I was going through Twitter and I saw this post from Library. That Library, the LBRY, has filed a notice of appeal against the SEC. And I love it. Ah, shit, here we go again. If you're going to want to hold your money for that length of time, does it not behoove you to do a better job in, I don't know, making sure it's secure? Making sure that, you know, you have that amount of money. He basically had, for all intent and purposes, he basically had $900,000 sitting in a MetaMask wallet. I am fortunate today to be joined by CryptoJar. As soon as I can bother to find there we go. All right, link,
Morning,
I'll bring him in. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. How you doing today?
I am doing pretty well. How about yourself?
I'm doing good.
Excellent. Excellent. Hey, another day. Always good to sit there and talk about, well, if you ask me, always a good day to go talk about crypto. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Lots to talk about today.
Yeah, or at least open up a discussion, I'm hoping, to some possibilities of what, what you can do, or at least to think about with regard to this conflict that is now started in the Middle East. But just the short skinny of it, Hamas, which is a terrorist organization, been around since I've been around, and I'm pretty damn old. I'm probably before me, honestly. Matter of fact, the reason that we talked about that on Monday was because of, obviously, over the weekend, all of the hostilities and general declaration of war by Israel in the Middle East. And, that's going to affect the world. Middle East, heavy oil producing area on our planet. And for people in the United States, like me, you will suffer the consequences of our shitty administration's policy with regard to oil production domestically and foreign policy when it comes to peace in the Middle East. Now, this was an interview done on the Squawk Box. Let's listen to what Paul Tudor Jones has to say. Now, let me preface this by saying that he's been not super positive, not overly negative, but not super positive in the past with regard to Bitcoin and investing in Bitcoin. Let's be honest. If you're worth $8 billion, you probably reevaluate your investment strategies from time to time and try to think more long-term and proactively, given geopolitical events, what the government's doing, how much money's being printed, inflation. I mean, there are probably a gazillion factors that run through his mind at the blink of an eye as to what he should be investing in and where he should be pointing his money. Positive and saying it should be part of your portfolio. You want to know what? That's a bit of a turnaround for him. So let's bring this up here and let's give this a quick listen.
I said I wanted to talk about Robinhood, but I also just looked on the screen behind you and I saw the price of Bitcoin. And I know every time we've spoken, you've had a take on Bitcoin. Do you have a new take?
I think now the barbarous relics, and I would lump gold and Bitcoin together. I think they probably take on a larger percentage of your portfolio than historically they would, because we're going to go through both a challenging political time here in the United States, and we're going to go through, we've obviously got a geopolitical situation. So I would say,
But high interest rates were supposed to be the thing that was actually going to be unhelpful to Bitcoin.
well, and I think on a relative basis, look what's happened to gold. It actually has been, clearly it suppressed it. So you know that more likely than not, we're going to go into recession. There's some pretty clear-cut recession trades. The easiest are the yield curve gets really steep, term premium goes into the back ends of debt markets, right? Into 30-year and 10-year and 7-year paper. The stock market typically right before a recession declines about 12%. That's probably going to happen at some point from some level. And you look at the big shorts in gold, more likely than not in a recession, the market's typically really long assets like Bitcoin and gold. So there's probably a $40 billion worth of buying that has to come in to gold at some point between now and if that recession actually occurs. So yeah, I like Bitcoin and I like gold right here.
In what you need to think about. I mean, if you're going to be investing in anything, in my opinion, of course, again, not financial advice. Let's put that up there. So, because some people can't think for themselves. But if you're going to be considering investing in whatever, it doesn't matter, stock market, gold, silver, cryptocurrency, the point is you need to do your own research. You need to make your own decisions, and you need to kind of have a bigger perspective, a larger perspective of everything that's going on in all the various markets, because as much as you may not want to believe it, these markets are all intertwined, they're all interconnected, and it's that way on purpose. That might be a video for another time. But the point is that in order to make intelligent investments, again, doesn't matter in what, doesn't it make sense that you should have as much information as possible? Call me crazy. Crazy. Okay. All right. Save that for Crypto on the Rocks. So Larry Fink, for those who don't know, is the CEO of BlackRock. And BlackRock has their spot Bitcoin ETF application in with the SEC. And even over the last, toward the end of last week, we got information and confirmation from places like Grayscale, ARK Invest, that the SEC is now engaging with them with regard to their spot Bitcoin ETF application. So again, positive news. So this optimism comes amidst the backdrop of legal developments like the DC Circuit Court's recent ruling that criticized the SEC's rejection of Grayscale's ETF as arbitrary and capricious. You've heard me talk about that many times. All right, let's try this again. Happy Wednesday. I'm glad you're here today. I have a unique discussion that I'd like to take place with you today. Got hopefully a unique conversation to have with you today. Get you thinking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So you need energy to produce the Bitcoin. They can't even click that together. So this is where I need you to think that you go to work, you're earning a paycheck. That paycheck is a representation of the energy you're expelling to survive. Okay, you're working, you're expending energy, and then you're being compensated for that. And what you do with that is a representation of the energy you've expended. And if you are going to try to save that money, I submit to you that if you're saving in US dollars or just saving in general, that is your savings is a representation of your future energy. And if you're using US dollars to do the savings, it's being devaluated on a pretty much daily basis. So your purchasing power, your future energy, your future purchasing power is literally being stolen from you. Again, I submit that Bitcoin is a better way to salvage that. It's a simple supply and demand thing. You don't have to really wrap much around it. You've got Bitcoin that started at, like I told you, when I got into the cryptocurrency space, Bitcoin was 29 cents. We just looked at the price. What was it? About $36,000. Come on now. Once all these ETFs, all this other baloney comes through, what do you think is going to happen to the price of Bitcoin? So would you rather be in a depreciating asset trying to save for the future, or an appreciating asset trying to save your energy for the future?